Hi everyone. So my today's topic of the essay is on the most awaited sport event, that is the Tokyo Olympics 2020, the Indian contingent. We have seen the stupendous performances of all the athletes, all the players which were sent to the Tokyo, and they brought glory to the country India. This time, as compared to the London Olympics 2012, India got 7 medals in its tally by creating history in various sports. We've seen such huge victories of hockey teams, also other individual sports. So, here is what I wrote on my own words by collecting some information, watching different magazines, etc. As this is an extempore one, a little bit big, but I shall speak it out first and then we'll give you a short glimpse of it at the end of the video. Tokyo Olympics 2020. The Olympics or the modern Olympic Games are the biggest sport event all over the world. It is an international sports event comprising of summer and winter Olympic sports competition. It is held every 4 years. Countries all over the world participate in the Olympics, and my country, India, is part of the Olympics too. The first and the foremost goal of this event is to acquaint everyone with every kind of sports. The Tokyo Olympics 2020, which was supposed to take place in the year 2020, was deferred due to the widespread of COVID-19 pandemic. So it then got a new schedule of 17 days Olympic 2020. A battalion of 127 players were sent to the Tokyo Olympics 2020, which was held from 23rd July to 8th August 2021. This Olympic event revolves around different kinds of sports. Among them are archery, golf, hockey, badminton, wrestling, boxing, table tennis, swimming, javelin throw, etc. Indian pairs shined in the Olympics. The first medal from India was won by Mirabai Chanu from Manipur. She won India's first medal, that is silver in Tokyo, in the women's 49 kg category of weightlifting on 24th July. The second medal was won by PV Sindhu in badminton. She won a bronze medal and was the first one to win 2 Olympic medals on a row in Olympics 2016 and also in the year 2020. And third medal was won by none other than but an Assamese girl, Lavlina Burhagwe. She won a bronze medal and made India proud. People in our country believe that girls can do nothing but has to be inside the 4 walls of a house and serve her family. They even insist girls on wearing shorts while playing, but not the boys. But I think that the Olympic 2020 has proved enough that girls are far, far better, and most medals were won by the women. But it was also not over here. The next was hockey, the national sport of India, but was less admired by people. People in India love cricket a lot and considers cricket as a holy sport and cricketers as god of cricket. And so other sports doesn't get that much support and appreciation like cricket. But this mentality of our country must come to an end, and every sport must be considered important. Cricket is played all over the world in a very few countries, but hockey is played almost in all the countries. This year in Tokyo Olympics 2020, the Indian hockey team, both men and women, made a historic comeback. The Indian men's hockey team defeated many countries in the quarterfinals and other stages. But unfortunately, they lost the semi-final and fought for the bronze medal match against Germany. They beat Germany by 5-4 to win the bronze medal after a long wait of 41 years. The last time when India won a gold medal was in the year 1980 under the leadership of Major Dhyan Chand. And since then, for the next 4 decades, India was unable to place itself in the hockey sports of Olympic. As soon as the news spread all over the country about India winning a medal after 41 years in men's hockey, tears rolled down everyone's eyes. The Indian boys played really very well and touched every Indian's heart. Though it was a bronze medal, but it was not less than a gold medal. And then it was turned for the women's hockey team. Also, men's hockey team was led by Captain Manpreet Singh. Goalkeeper was P.R. Shwitesh, who is also referred to as the Great Wall, as he did not allow the opponent to score much goals and stood like a wall. The women's hockey team, for the first time, reached semi-finals and represented India in a historic way. Though they lost the semi-final and fought for the bronze medal against the Great Britain, but that wasn't their day, so they even lost the bronze medal match. They played really hard, but they were unlucky. Indian women's hockey team, though, did not win any medal but won millions of hearts. Rani Ramphal was made the captain of women's hockey team with Savita Punia as the goalkeeper, who stood strong before the Australia's goalpost. They lost the match but made a historic mark. The Indian women's hockey team gave a tough competition to Great Britain and did not allow the opponent to score a goal with that ease. Their comeback was nothing less than a real hero. It was a 16-member team comprising of Vandana Kataria, Nikki Pradhan, Neha Goyal, Navneet Kaur, Gurjit Kaur, Sushila Chanu, Salima Tete, Udita Dohan, Nisha Varshi, etc. These girls faced challenges not only in the playground but also in their country. Girls in our country, India, faces a lot of discriminations against learning hockey, wearing shorts and playing, going out at night for training, etc. But amidst all of this, they reached at this level, defeating all the challenges. Each of the members of women's hockey comes from a poor backward family, but despite that, have set a goal of their life. They have set an example to all 65 crore women of our country, India, that a girl is not only fit for household chores, but also other works. Our country's people think and believe that a girl must be fair and lovely, but in reality, these are all stupid things. Girls have that much right as that of a boy. The Indian hockey of women's and men's team needs as much as love and appreciation as cricket. The comeback of Indian hockey team shows a spirit of bright future ahead. The bronze medal match of Indian man hockey team with Germany took place on 5th August 2021, while the women's hockey team match with Great Britain was commenced on 6th August 2021. After the game was over, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Damodar Das Modi, interacted with both the hockey team of men and women virtually through phone. He was the first Prime Minister who interacted with every player and every team after the matches, whether they won or lost the game. He motivated the teams a lot. Captain of men's hockey team representing India, Manpreet Singh, while interacting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, dedicated the bronze medal to all the COVID warriors. PM also interacted with the Indian women's hockey team and their coach and consoled them, saying that they played really hard and very well and even represented India in the Tokyo Olympics 2020 in another different level. Women's hockey team broke down during the conversation and became really very emotional. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi encouraged them and motivated them by blessing them with a bright future. This is what real victory is, when you win even after losing. My great salutation to all the players of Indian hockey team of women as well as men's hockey team, that their hard work will definitely one day bring them a huge success. When hockey is played, no one is interested and the stadium remains empty, which not only hurts the hockey players but also demotivates them. But when cricket is played, stadium remains so much crowded. So we should always encourage every sport and love it equally. When teams represent hockey at international level, everyone prays and congratulates at that time. But during hockey matches, stadium remains empty. So this shouldn't be repeated again. We must remember that hockey is the national sport of India. Another good news which came on 5th August was the winning of a silver medal by a young wrestler, Ravi Kumar Dahiya. He belongs from Haryana. He entered the finals with a big bang. He presented himself so well. He won India's heart amidst so many injuries. The date, 5th August, is really very auspicious and will be written in India's history as the biggest comeback of Indian hockey teams who own a bronze medal, men's hockey team, and a silver medal from wrestling. wrestler named Deepak Punia reached the semi-finals but lost the match of semi-final and also the bronze medal match. But he performed stupendously. India also marked a place in the golf map as a 23-year-old player Aditi Ashok stood second position in the first three rounds, but unfortunately she did not receive any medal as she stood fourth. But most surprising was this that she played so confidently that she made a place in everyone's heart. But more to come for her as she has many more Olympics to play. On 7th August, Indian wrestler Bajrang Punia won the bronze medal match by 8-0 against Kazakhstan. His tremendous victory gave India its sixth medal in its tally. On this very same day, that is on 7th August, yet another biggest historic event took place. India's Neeraj Chopra, a well-known javelin thrower, became the only second Indian to win an individual gold medal in Olympics after a long wait of 13 years. Before that, in the year 2008, Abhinav Bindra won the first Olympic gold medal in shooting. And after a long wait of 13 years in 2021, Neeraj Chopra won yet another medal in Tokyo Olympics 2020. He threw the javelin 87.58 meter and won the men's javelin throw finals. After 121 years, Neeraj Chopra scripted the history again to become an individual Olympic medalist in track and field. This moment was really very emotional and it brought tears into every Indian's eyes. Thus, his medal added 7th into India's tally and the first gold medal in Tokyo Olympics. Every players who were sent to the Tokyo Olympics 2020 played really very well and everyone was moved by each one of their performances. There were many other players who were qualified for semi-finals and finals, but that wasn't their day. Every player made India very proud and speechless. Thus, India owns 7 medals in the Tokyo Olympics 20, beating the record of 6 medals at the London Olympics 2012. India shined at the Tokyo Olympics 2020 and this was the best Olympics so far for India. 8th August marked the closing ceremony of the Tokyo Olympics 2020 with a huge celebration. This time, India participated in 33 sports and performed the best. This time, more than 100 Indian athletes had qualified for Tokyo Olympics, out of which 55 players entered the quarterfinals and subsequent other events. Of this, only 43 players reached the semi-finals and 5 in the finals. In the history of last 121 years of the Olympic Games, India has achieved its best medal tally this time, which is a good news for India's future. Our Olympians have won 1 gold, 2 silver and 4 bronze medals. Comparing it with London Olympics 2012, this time India performed stupendously and ranked itself under top 50 countries for the first time. That is, on the 48th spot. Wrestler Bajrang Punia led the Indian contingent out during the parade of athletes during the closing ceremony of Tokyo Olympics 2020. Indeed, the Tokyo Olympics 2020 was the most challenging Olympic journey amidst the pandemic situation. Thus, the Tokyo Olympics 2020 will be a special one as India created history in many of the sports and it is really a matter of pride for all the 135 crore Indians. The Golden Boy, Neeraj Chopra and the Indian hockey teams made India filled with pride. That day, that is 7th August, when Neeraj Chopra won a gold medal, was a historic day for the nation as his javelin pierced into the sky at Tokyo. Also, the Golden Boy Neeraj Chopra dedicated his gold medal to the flying Sikh Milkha Singh, who is no more between us today, whose last wish was to see an Indian athlete win gold at the Olympics, which Neeraj Chopra fulfilled it on 7th August 2021 at the Tokyo Olympics 2020. Therefore, from all of this we come to know that we don't need a makan but a mukam to achieve success in our life. Most of the players of hockey or some other sports of Olympics comes from a poor family, but despite they have reached at higher heights challenging the society. They have also set an example in the society of how money doesn't matter. What matters the most is the sheer determination. Therefore, we can conclude that we must work hard and not wait for the result immediately. The result will one day definitely reach us if we continue to do hard work, because sheer determination, patience and hard work can take one at the top of the world. Also, the highest sporting honor of the Republic of India, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, is renamed as Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award after one of the greatest Indian field hockey player in the history of the sport, Major Dhyan Chand. Therefore, Tokyo Olympics 2020 will be greatly remembered in history of the sports of India. Hashtag Tokyo Olympics 2020. So this is all about what I wrote about the Tokyo Olympics 2020. Hope you all like it, as sports, everyone likes it. Sports unites people together, belonging from different religions, different backgrounds, doesn't matter. What matters the most is the sheer determination which we need it. So this is all about the Indian contingent of the Tokyo Olympics 2020.